Hello everybody! Welcome to another YouTube video. I'm Robelle Autonomy, and today we're doing something a little bit different than what I normally do. I normally do reactions, but today we're reacting to something completely different. Today we're reacting to the new Zenless Zone Zero drip marketing. I know it's a bit odd to be reacting to a teaser for a character, but I want to start doing more commentary based on, what's upcoming and, the schedule of which we are going to be pulling these characters. What are our options and all that. So anyway, let's take a look at this new character. I am quite excited. All right, let's hop right into it. All right, so here we have boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's hit that again.
If you're interested in porcelain handicrafts, be sure to check out
Yep,
our shop.
here it is. Alright.
Hi there, I'm
UKINAMI YUZUHA. Alright, first off, the lighting effects, gorgeous, very spooky. I'm a huge fan of this little ghost guy over here. Very cool. But if you look at this, what is this we see in the corner over here? Alright, physical support. Alright, it's finally here, our second S rank support. Now here is where Zenless Zone Zero's future is going to be put into a very dangerous slope. Well, not really dangerous slope, right? They were going to add an S rank support, but the real question is, now that we have two S rank supports and there are two teams needed for the end game, aka Shiyu defense. Alright, how required is it going to be to have both Yuzuha and Astra Yao? Anyway, she is from a new faction, the Spook Shack. Love the concept. Alright, we saw a little little ghost guy. Big one boo over here. Let's see here. Let's take a look at it again. The Spook Shack. I love this little logo. It looks kinda Ghostbustery. It looks like a boo from Mario, but that's how it is. Very cute. Dang, who knows how this faction is going to play, but we do have new Rupture units, and looks like the next character is not a Rupture, so they're not planning to overflow us with Rupture units right away. Alright, Yishuan will have her chance to shine, but also, what are the odds that Yuzuha over here is a support for Rupture? In which case, now it's like, okay, do we really need to buff up Rupture even more? Because it ignores defense already, but it has the balance of having lower multipliers. So it really is a question of, if you buff the Rupture characters, aka just Yishuan right now, if you buff her up, right, the DPS ceiling for Rupture just goes up, right? Any buffs just increase the DPS ceiling, right? There is no weird balance around it because they just ignore defense. So I'm curious. I'm really curious. Now, Yuzuha over here. Alright, the design, I love it a lot. I love the little oversized cardigan. The red skirt underneath, art below, a knot of colors in her color scheme. Alright, we got red and green complementary colors, and then a little bit of pink to sidestep that with that a little bit of blue. She does look like she is from Wendy's. Alright, that's Wendy. They put her in Zenless Zone Zero. He's also a umbrella user, so I wonder how similar she's going to be to Vivian, because Vivian, the way she works is she hops on field, and she is an anomaly unit, but she's almost an anomaly support in the sense that she hops on field, does her thing for 2 seconds, and hops off field, and then she ends up boosting the disorder damage of everybody. I wonder how Yuzuha is going to function in that regard, right? The Zenless Zone Zero devs did say that they are leaning more towards making sure that the characters do stuff from off-field because they want the combat to feel like a coordinated, super specialist team attacking enemies and not one super duper hyper carry. So I'm curious. She also has this little raccoon on her back, and so I'm wondering if that guy's gonna hop off and then he's gonna run around the field like Lucy's boars, you know what I mean? It's really curious, but yeah, no, definitely. Let's take a look at her a little bit closer. Alright, and here we are. Alright, UKINAMI YUZUHA of the Spook Shack, alright? I'll carry tales of 100 demons, endless mysteries await. Welcome to the Spook Shack. So obviously, it looks like they're going for a pretty cool aesthetic with this faction. Alright, spooky characters, or more like supernatural obsessed characters. I imagine the Spook Shack is kind of like the Mystery Shack from Gravity Falls, which that in itself is pretty exciting. Alright, if you look at Yuzuha a little bit closer over here, most definitely, she is very, very cute, right? This smile, the smug squint in her eyes. Alright, I'll be honest, I am getting Hu Tao vibes. Alright, Hu Tao is back, and, oh boy, does she look great. Alright, looks like he's a prankster character. I'm excited to see what this little raccoon guy does. Is it like a full Thyran that just is a raccoon, or does she train like a legit, just regular raccoon? Who knows? Who knows? Alright, now it looks like he does have the little, the ball things that Chingy has, so I guess those are popular in New Eridu as a fashion accessory. She has these things on her head, but her ears would be down here, so clearly these are more, may not headphones, that's for sure. Who knows? They're just some kind of hair accessories. Could be supernatural sensors of some kind. But yeah, loving the raccoon stuff going around. Or maybe it's a tanuki, I don't know. A new little Daruma looking charm here. But yeah, no, definitely a super duper cute character. I'm just kinda like, what exactly is the plan? Like, how are we gonna go about pulling all these characters? We have Yishuan in 2.0. Right after is Fufu, who, for a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, easy skip. But I feel like Fufu is gonna be crazy strong, alright? So, who knows, maybe people might pull her for just Yunqui Summit, right? People are big fans of Yishuan, while her premium team is gonna be with Panyanu and Fufu. So, most definitely, people are gonna be in a bit of a rough spot. I like the antenna hair. Alright, big fan of antenna hairs over here. But my goodness, her hair looks great, by the way it curves in. Will I be pulling? I'm gonna be honest, I'm locked in on Orphe, which is that orange-haired character with horns that we saw in the teaser. Really, really excited for her. I'm loving the patterns on this cardigan. I will probably skip, or, I mean, she's an S-rank support, though, that's the thing. I don't want to break my account by skipping. But I have Astra Yao already, you know, who knows? Who knows? It's kind of rough out here. It is rough out here. She's so tempting. We'll have to wait and see what her kit is, but most definitely, this is, out of all the Season 2 characters that aren't Seed and Orphe, this character was the one that most definitely caught my eye. Her design really is just, it is a 10 out of 10. She's adorable. Alright, and it's all in that expression. The little cute nails that she has done up, it has the ether sign on them, so it makes me wonder why she's not ether. Because she's physical, right? So, I mean, maybe she just likes the star shapes. You can even see it on her armband over here. Alright, ether just happens to be shaped like stars. Who knows? Who knows? Well, anyway, with that one, I'm gonna say we have milked this long enough for a video. But I'm definitely excited, alright? Are you gonna be pulling UKINAMI YUZUHA? Or are you gonna be investing in this Spook Shack stonks, alright? Let me know down below. What do you think she's gonna do? Because I really, really think that we're at a we're at a crossroads for Zenless Zone Zero, where the game is fully branching off into a brand new direction, completely different than Season 1. Season 2 is looking fantastic. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Alright, if you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe because I'm gonna be bringing in a lot more of these discussions. I want to talk with everybody, alright? There's not enough people covering Zenless Zone Zero. So, I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be bringing some attention to it in my own way. So be subscribed for that one. Anyway, with that one, hope you all had a good one. Remember, antenna waves are nice, so I will see you all next time. Bye!